host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so
The Flying Cows game, and I'm with
Hudson, Liam, Drew.
all right. Why are you guys here tonight? Did you see the cows at all last year?
Yeah, I saw a few games last year.
Did you participate in any of the camps?
Yeah,
You did?
over the summer.
Very nice. What about you?
Oh, no, I've never been here before.
Oh, this is going to be exciting. How about you?
I went to the camp with Hudson.
Okay, but you've not been to a game yet.
No, my
All
first
right. What are you expecting tonight? Think
They're
the-
gonna win. They're gonna crush. They're gonna crush the.
They're going to crush them?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
What do you love about basketball?
The dunking and the ankle breakers.
Oh, very nice. How about you?
At least 30 throw down dunks.
Oh, very nice. That's a
And-
bold prediction.
My friend, he plays on the Flying Cows team. He's like 6'7".
What?
Yeah, he's really tall.
He's your friend?
Yeah, no, like I know him.
Ah,
And
very
he's like 6'7".
Yeah. What's his name?
I'm pretty sure. What was his name?
What's his number?
His number was 1.
Oh, number 1.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Wyatt. We're at the Flying Cows game, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, shoot. Okay, let's get this off and get me on. Here we go. Good Lord. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, March 25th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Want to say good morning to our friend Tara Flannery tuning in this morning. Mama Cone is here as well. Also, Pulling for Veterans. Oh, yep. We are highlighting some events for Pulling for Veterans. We're going to have Nicholas Walker on the show on Thursday talking about what is happening, going on, actually. And we'll talk about what's happening in Frederick on Saturday. They are road tripping to Easton to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War, I believe is what we're doing. Want to say good morning to Wags for Hope. Hello. Yes. And I want to thank Kelly for her order last night online. Of course, that benefits Wags for Hope. And you can order online. We've only got to the end of, I keep saying Saturday. It is Sunday the 30th. I don't know why I can't get that in my head. Sunday the 30th, Pulling for Veterans is heading down to Easton to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. So if any veterans want a road trip on Sunday, you can hang out. There'll be details about that. Go to pullingforveterans.org or find them online. Good morning, Drew. Thank you so much for joining. And Rhonda McLaughlin. That's a gorgeous picture, Rhonda. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Oh, boy. Yes, so we got a great show. There's a lot of good stuff happening, and really, really appreciate you all tuning in. And okay, for Pulling for Veterans, you can give them a call. Screenshot right here. If you are a veteran and you want to go down to Easton on Sunday the 30th, They've got Enterprise has given them a van, so you can all ride together and head down there. And we will have Nicholas on the show on Thursday to talk about that. But that gives you a little bit of a heads up. Wow, that was great. I love it. I love you guys all tuning in this morning. Got a great show for you today. We've got Bob Miller and Chris Michaels in Morning Roundup with local news, weather, and sports. Of course, we're going to highlight some of the events going on in and around Frederick. Then you're going to hear from T. Demarco Harris. He's a veteran and a life coach, and he is so interesting. He's also a podcaster and really, really all-round amazing man. And he's just achieving great things. And he just shows that age is just a number for sure. And then Abby Casarella joins me talking Maryland Craft Beer Festival. I'm going to have some tickets to give away to that. That's coming up in May as well. All right. Wags for Hope is our charity of the month, our nonprofit of the month. You've got a few more days till Sunday, actually. So Wednesday to Sunday, you can go into the shop, 401 North Market Street. It is the home of everything Frederick. Purchase your Good Morning Frederick merch and Wags for Hope benefits from that. Or right now, go online, promocircus.com/shop, and you can purchase online and either pick up at the shop anytime, or you can have it sent to your home. And Wags for Hope benefits from that as well. Doing all we can to support local organizations who are helping the community and just making us such an amazing community. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling for this Tuesday. Oh, yes. Thank you to Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick, open daily noon to 9 p.m. Also, you can try hot pretzel or even iced coffee. And how about one of those Skittles ice with the freeze-dried Skittles topping? Oh, my goodness. I might have to try that just to see how good it is. I've heard so many things about those freeze-dried candies. I've seen them all over social media. It's pretty cool. You can order on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. You never have to leave your home to enjoy Rita's. And they can also cater an event. So contact them for sure. There is no reason not to have Rita's, 538 West South Street in Frederick. Oh, yes. Hey, how are you? Rick Wilson would love to chat about girls softball. Yes, just reach out to me. We'll get you on the show. No problem at all. Yes, I know. They're looking for additional players for girls softball. And Rick Wilson used to coach my son Cooper in T-ball way back in the day, which is fantastic, but doing a lot of great things for our youth in sports as well. We would love to have Rick on the show. All right, let's go ahead and see what is happening locally. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Hey, good morning.
It would help if I turned my microphone on. My gosh, you feel like I've never done this before. How are you?
It's every day is like a first day for me, so it's all
Right,
good.
me too.
I get
Me
it
too.
for sure.
So I want to kind of go back because there's some things that it's been a while since we had it or we've chatted. And I think maybe we talked about this, but I don't remember. You were the host of the Dining in the Dark.
Yes.
I wanted to know how that went for you, and then also the wacky weddingness stuff that we talked about the other day. Did that get resolved?
Okay, so Yeah, so Dinner in the Dark, which was the Walkersville Lions Club put on. I think there were about 60 people who attended. It was a great event. I had a really, really good time. It was inspirational. Obviously, we got to meet some people. They were raising money for leader dogs for the blind. And there were actually Gary Bennett's wife, Ellen, I believe her name is. They are fostering a potential future leader dog, and
Oh.
that puppy was hilarious. Like, I mean, just total puppy phase. But hung out for the evening. I purchased a couple of things from the silent auction. They ended up raising, I believe, over $5,000, which
Oh, that's
was
awesome.
Wow.
yeah, it was tremendous, and they had a great evening. It was really fun to watch people who got totally into it, blindfolded the entire evening during their meal, and I even blindfolded for part of it. But yeah, it was, and I got to talk to some of the people who attended, which was great.
So good. Well, it is a wonderful event, and yeah, I think. Now, what about the other part, the
So
wedding?
I've received a lot of advice, some on asked for, but yeah. So I am just gonna let the kids do whatever they want to do. It's their day and their engagement party and wedding, and I'm just gonna let it fly.
So, Danny, did you nobody take my advice? Did it come up about the wonderful marriage in the courthouse? Is that something that's
Yeah.
not going to happen?
I'm gonna stop offering any advice. Apparently, the traditions of the past are the past. So I'm letting it go. And I love my kids, and I want them to have an extraordinary time, and it will be what it will be.
You go,
You know,
Elsa. Just let it go.
Yep.
you talk about traditions and and traditions changing, and this is something that I've been battling with for a long time. I have two daughters, and tradition always says that the woman takes husband's name. It's just always what it's been. Yeah, you know what I mean. And normally, and being I have two daughters, I really think it stinks that my last name ends with me. And so, I was kind of talking to my daughter, and I told her, I was like, you don't always have to go with tradition if you really, I wasn't telling her. And I know this is wrong. People are going to say this is wrong. I was just saying, you don't always have to go through tradition when you decide to get married. Of course, after your first date when you're 26 years old, if you decide to get married, you can always keep the last name you have if you want. Am I wrong for that? Again, I wasn't. I was just discussing it with her. I didn't tell her she had to.
Well, here's the thing with that though, right? Okay, so let's just say your daughters decide to go with their last name right now rather than taking their husband's last name. What happens to the children, right? Are they then
Hmm.
hyphenated last names? And then really, are you keeping your last name in the family or not? Are you going to ask if they have a son that son just uses your last name rather than your daughter's husband?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, it's something that actually my daughter kind of brought up to me. Believe it or not, it's like I really like my last name. I don't want to change it. So I was like, well, you don't have to change it. But I was thinking to myself, I really hate to be the last one with that last name. But normally, don't the children take the mother's last name in situations? And from what I understand, I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't. I'm out. I have no idea. I've got no words of wisdom on this one.
Well,
I was just
I mean, I guess today there are no rules anymore, so you can do
right.
whatever you want. However, they may change their mind once they get to that point of getting married and having kids and all that good stuff. But yeah, I get it. My brother, thankfully had a son, and so the name will go on. But yeah, that is tough when you have daughters and you're the last of your family, and there's no carry on tradition. I just think it, I don't know, kind of gets messy, but everyone does. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been in the schools. No one has the last name of their parents, really. Even, I mean, I'm sometimes I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, I'm so and so's son, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I wouldn't have, never knew it. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm good convincing my daughter to do. It's just I thought it's kind of an interesting topic because I mean, do you really? That's your tradition, and that's really bucking the tradition. So,
Yeah.
I know a guy, one of my sons, really one of his best friends growing up, hyphenated his name to her name as well. So it was like whatever, like, Miller Michaels, and that's what they did. So his was last, but he hyphenated the name. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
interesting.
it's a new world we live in.
It
You
is.
can remember the Friends episode where Phoebe changed her name to Consuela Banana Hammock. So
You can do whatever you want nowadays.
do whatever you want today.
No
All
rules.
right. So I guess we should go ahead and get into news here. Not a whole lot of news, really, Danny, to get into. The one thing is the 2025 Maryland General Assembly needs to vote on a balanced budget before its session ends next month. Governor Wes Moore, House of Delegate Speaker Adrian Jones, and Senate President Bill Ferguson have put together a plan to help close the state's budget gap of over $3 billion. That's B with a billion. It relies less on personal income tax increases and more on spending cuts. There's an increase in taxes on Maryland's wealthiest citizens and a reduction or no charge when it comes to taxes levied on 94% of the state's population. Now, Bob and I had Senator Bill Folden on, who, quote, said, "We can start by unpacking with just some baby wipes." And it was a really interesting interview we had with him, almost an hour. So just head to WFMD.com and you can kind of hear that interview that we had with him, or just head to our Facebook page. You'll see it there. 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with a shooting in Hagerstown on Sunday. Ashley Pennant, 29 of Hagerstown, and Daryl Lee Robinson, 32 years old of Ashburn, Virginia, were apprehended on Monday afternoon north of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Hagerstown police said that they are incarcerated at the Franklin County Jail on charges of attempted murder and numerous handguns and conspiracy offenses. Authorities say the suspects are awaiting extradition back into Maryland. And taking a quick look at the weather, not too bad today. It was a little chilly this morning, but we're looking at a high of 63 today. Going to have sunny skies this morning, become overcast during the afternoon. And tonight, cloudy early, looking at a low of 36. And tomorrow, mostly sunny early, then becoming mostly cloudy later on in the day, looking at a high of 53 tomorrow. And tomorrow night, it's going to get chilly again. Clear skies, looking at a low of 29. So there you go. That is your weather. And I'll leave you with the morning mayor doing the sports.
Well, thank you, Mr. Michaels. We do appreciate it, and I'm really feeling old today. I got to break out the old glasses because the font, I didn't put it in the right font. But Maryland women, you know what? The Maryland Terps the other night with Mr. Queen throwing up that last-second win for the Terps, getting them into the Sweet 16. Well, guess who's joining them? The Lady Terps. And our friend Sailor Poffenberger from Middletown also helping out in that game. It did miss a free throw towards the end, but hey, she still helped. Maryland got a really great 111-108 victory over Alabama, 3rd Sweet 16 appearance for the Terps. It came 2 extra periods, so that's how fun that basketball game was. So congratulations going out to them. On the baseball diamonds in high school, the Titans defeated the Lancers 7-2. Brunswick over Frederick 6-5. Middletown downs Catoctin in 5 innings 11-1. Taylor Barrick drove in 5 runs. Oakdale upends Walkersville 7-5. The Bears rallied with 5-run 5th inning to knock off the Lions. North High over TJ 9-5. Softball, we were just talking about girls softball. Catoctin over Middletown 4-3 in 11 innings. Linganore downs Tuscarora 8-2. Walkersville, it was a football score, 21-14 over Oakdale. Izzy Dietrich smashed 2 home runs, earned the win with, listen to this, they had 38 hits between the two teams. 38 hits. But that's a lot. Leonardtown over Urbana. Yes, it is. 2-0. North. They had to have a whole bunch of softballs there. 2-0. It was the Leonardtown over Urbana. North High defeats TJ by a score 6-1. Kind of sad news, I think. Maybe if you're a Nationals fan, you like to watch them on TV. Their play-by-play announcer, Bob Carpenter, saying "See you later," which is his big catchphrase. He is out after this year as the announcer for the telecast for them. And the Wizards got beat again. What else is new? 112-104 to the hands of the Toronto Raptors. There you go.
The season can't end soon enough for the Wizards, but if you do have a young lady in Frederick who would like to play softball, this is Rick Wilson's number. You can text him, screenshot this. They are always looking for young ladies for the softball. I believe they still needed a couple girls to fill out some of the teams. And it's a great introduction to softball. Or if you've got a young lady who has played for a while, this is a perfect league for them. Contact Rick Wilson and part of Frederick American Little League. So there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Any other great things happening? I'm telling you, it's a great time to be a Maryland Terp right now.
Right? I mean, I got to admit, I didn't watch the game because when I watch, they lose. So I'm trying to help them.
You're helping them out.
Right, Linda, we were sitting on the couch, and I'm like, oh, Maryland just won. And she goes, what are you talking about? You're not watching the game. I'm like, no, I can't. I got to help them win. When I watch them, they lose. I can't do it. But I watch the replays, and what an exciting game for both the men and the women. And I liked what the coach said for the Terps. He goes, they called timeout with whatever it was, 1.8 seconds left to go in the game. And he goes, who wants the ball? And Queen goes, give me the MF and ball. And he's like, well, guess who got the ball? Because he wanted it. And he goes, it's about time Maryland got the buzzer beater. So they usually are at the other end of the buzzer beater. Now,
yeah. And the Lady Terps, I think I was reading, came back from 17 points down. So that was a great comeback for them as well. And so much fun. I know my son is down there enjoying all of this. And
nice.
Great time to be a Terp. All right.
Yes,
have an awesome afternoon, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right. Want to thank Bob and Chris for joining us each morning to give us that morning roundup with your local news, weather, and sports. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with all your event information here in Frederick. Then we're going to hear from T. Demarco Harris and Abby Casarella. They are all coming up just after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon family beyond compare.
Well, Frederick is such a great place with so many events going on. We have its own segment called Happening in Frederick. Let's get to that. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. The Gaithersburg location is at 3 Russell Avenue, and the Frederick location is West Point Plaza, just off Route 40. Taquito is right on 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. They all offer amazing, delicious, authentic food at affordable pricing, And Taquito has a drive-through experience. Go to tacobar1.com or taquitobytacobar.com for more information about these locations. Okay, and if you want the link to all the events, the full calendar, all you got to do is click on the link in the description of this video. You'll see that. All right, coming up on Thursday, High Rock presents The Craft of Brand Personality at 10th Ward. You need to sign up for that. If you go to Eventbrite, you'll see it there. The 28th, which is Friday, it is finally the second annual Battle for South Mountain basketball game at Brunswick High School to benefit Frederick County Mental Health Association. Saturday, the 29th, How to Turkey Hunt and Trout Fishing Day. It is at Catoctin Fish and Game from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's for kids 6 to 17 years old. From 11 to 1, how about running a 5K to benefit Seton Center? That is happening at Mount St. Mary's. Let's see. April 1st. Oh, well, Tuesday, April 1st. You know where you've got to be. From 9 to 11, we'll be broadcasting live from the home of everything Frederick. We're going to have so much fun. On that day from 9 to 11 as well, you can get 50% off all Good Morning Frederick merch. So stop by on your way to work or just tell the boss you might be a few minutes late. Swing by, grab some merch, say hello, and enjoy us on that day. 1 year anniversary of Good Morning Frederick, and could not have been here without all of you, obviously. It wouldn't really make much sense. On April 2nd, on Wednesday, it is the first Wednesday of the month for cocktails and conversation. We'll be at the home of everything Frederick from 5 to 7 p.m. It's a great networking event, and we'd love for you to join us. April 5th is First Saturday. There is a pets theme in downtown Frederick. So we're going to have Zoom and Groomin' out front, and you can check out the van. They come to you. If you have a dog or a cat, they will come to you and groom them, and they're fantastic. Also, our pop-up vendors include Toa Waters, Fortress Foundations, and Helping Hands and Caring Hearts. They're all going to be set up from 11 to 4 on first Saturday, April 5th. It's also 10 to noon, the Youth Fishing Rodeo on Color Lake. And from 11 to 1 at the home of everything Frederick, we're going to be packed. It's going to be a jam-packed day. We're going to have Lori and Neora for a sip, sample, and shop. So we're going to have a little mimosa bar, and we're going to have a good time then. So April 5th, first Saturday, come to the home of everything Frederick for sure. April 6th, which is the Sunday, 12:30 to 4:30, it is the Focus Cash Bingo, $200 per game cash prize, which is awesome. April 10th, Take Back the Night at Hood College, really offering support for survivors of power-based violence. On April 12th, it is the disc golf tournament in Emmitsburg. And on April 14th, it is the Good Morning Frederick countywide adult egg hunt. It's sponsored by the Maryland Lottery, and it's going to be so much fun. Tons and tons of prizes, 300 in all. Each egg is designated toward a prize, and the locations of every one of the eggs will be released on Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page. So be sure you like the page, and at 9 a.m., when we go live on April 14th, all of the photos will be up on Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page. So each photo is going to show you where the eggs are. And if you can't figure it out, later in the week, we will be releasing specific details of the location of each of the eggs. Prizes include $500 cash. One winner is going to win 100 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. I mean, that prize alone could be worth thousands of dollars. And tons of gift cards from our sponsors like Tree Trekkers and let's see, Starvin' Marvin, Red Horse. We've got the Brewhouse. Sandbach Brewhouse is also one. Tons of them. So we'll go over all of them. Intense Barbecue as well. Every prize is going to be phenomenal. At least $25 in value. April 19th to the 26th is Thermont's Restaurant Week. April 24th is Ship's annual lip sync battle. And tickets are available for that. April 26th is Andrea's House Rise and Renew. April 27th is the Stomp Out Heroin 5K in Baker Park. All of these have tickets available now, or registration is already open for that. May 6th is a career fair and training open house. We're already talking about May because literally we're almost in April. May 9th, actually, I think that's May 7th. That is May 7th. May 7th, I've got to change that. At 7 p.m. is the exclusive screening PTSD 911. It is at Common Ground in Mount Airy. I was just there yesterday. I met Elizabeth Tate. This documentary is done by Conrad Weaver. You may remember he did the Stomp Out Heroin. I think that's what the name of the documentary was that he did several years ago, and he did this one, PTSD 911. It is really about a lot of our first responders, veterans who suffer from PTSD, and how it is emergent. It's an emergency. We have to do what we can to help all of those people. And then I think on April 9th or May 9th is the 4 for Soar Golf Classic. I believe they may still have spaces available for that event if you want to play some golf and have it benefit a great cause, which is SOAR, which is a support for our those 60 seniors, our seniors, and they do an amazing job for them. All right. If you want an event included on our calendar or for me to talk about on the show, all you have to do is email it, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or send it to me through social media, and I will make sure to get it on. All right, we're going to have one more quick break, and then we're going to meet T. Demarco Harris, and we're going to hear from Abby Casarella about the Maryland Craft Beer Festival. And all of that comes up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. If you've been thinking about it, maybe you're waiting for that tax refund to come back and you want to get things started, give Sandra a call at 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. There's the information. Screenshot it right now. Give her a call, and she will take great care of you. I know for sure. All right. We've got market makers. Let's find out who is making our market phenomenal. Market Makers is sponsored by Maryland Lottery with tons of ways to win, with hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. One thing I have to tell you is every time I talk with Gail from Maryland Lottery, there is a big winner in Frederick of something. Second chance winners, 50,000, 250,000, scratch-offs. It's unbelievable. We're in a very lucky area. I love it. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right. I just met T. Demarco Harris, and he is just a phenomenal man. You aspire to be somebody like him. And I got to tell you, he was a pleasure. Here he is. We're at 401 North Market Street. I'm with T. Demarco. That's how you are?
That's my on my books, and my podcast is T. Demarco Harris.
T. Demarco Harris.
Long story for the T, but I'll explain to you one day.
I like it. Okay. Yeah, we will chat about that one day. You are a life business coach.
Life coach.
And you come from with a Christian background, right? So a basis of Christian values,
right?
I would imagine.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you help people who might just be stuck in one way or shape or form.
Right.
In personal and business, or anywhere, just life in general.
Just life in general. Right.
Okay.
Right.
How do people get to you, or at what point are they coming to you? Do they decide, I need somebody else's help with this?
Interesting to put that. Matter of fact, I got a phone call the other day, and it was a friend of mine who was a lady I worked with, who was taking care of my mother when she was in a nursing home. She got to the point, it was just by accident, and we was talking, and she said, "So what are you doing now, Tony?" I said, "Well, I'm a life coach now." And she said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah. We need to talk." I mean, just that was that beautiful. We need to talk. I said, "Okay, what's going on?" I'm getting ready to start my business. I really need some help. I'm stuck here, but I need some Christian aspect of it, the spirituality. I said, "Okay, well, let's it's been great." And like I said before, I work with Dr. Rollins in the Whole Heart Life Center, and I get clients from her. She'll look at a person. They do a lot of screening with the people first, and make a determination. Oh, Tony will be my T stands for Tony.
Tony, gotcha. Oh, but Dr. Rollins calls you Tony.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
There you go. So that's why the reason came out.
That's right.
But so I get a client from them, because I'm on her staff in a sense. So because I signed a contract with her, so that's been working out well. But a lot of it's by word of mouth, and so folks hear what I'm doing, realizing that I'm in that same situation.
Yeah.
I need some help.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just being a sounding board, just being there. It's amazing what your presence in somebody's life can do.
Oh.
Just being there for somebody,
100%.
And sometimes, like I told you, it's an 80-20. I'm listening. The client's 20 is talking 80% of the time. I'm only talking about 20.
Right.
But in the midst of that, they're saying so much, and I'm listening, and sometimes I write stuff down. But maybe I just want to make sure I respond correctly to what their needs are.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot when you let people talk, and this is, I'm in sales, so that's a great sales technique, right? People will give you so much information.
Oh my goodness,
you got to just know what information you're looking for that you need to help them. But yeah it's very, and as I said to you before, as a solopreneur, we don't get a lot of people to bounce ideas off of who are objective,
right,
and can give us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. And either to motivate or redirect or whatever that is. So yeah, I can find that. I imagine that's very valuable.
Yeah, what I found is I called it the plateau syndrome. You climb that mountain, and then you get to the plateau, and some folks get very comfortable at the plateau. They just want to stay there. Everything's good. I'm not at the top of the mountain. I'm not at the bottom of the mountain. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm good right here. Family's good. But some folks get there, and they have this desire. They know they want to move forward. They just don't know how sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
They just don't know how to put it all together.
Yeah.
And I tell folks, well, you got this far. What got you this far? And we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then look, I said, what's your goals? And we'll talk about that. So what changed? And they start thinking about, well, maybe, they'll maybe my education or something like that, I'm not qualified. why do you say that? And so I try to bring all that out of that person, make them realize, why do you feel this way?
Yeah.
Because if you got this far and you really want to move forward,
Yeah.
then like you would say before, at the same thing I tell folks, you just got to move forward. But
Yeah,
sometimes they can't.
Yeah.
They they see a wall, and sometimes it's because people may share with them, well, you've done good. Why do you want to go any further? I'll give you a good example. Demarco Harris. I'll be 70 this year, and but I'm going back to get my doctorate.
Are you?
Yes.
Congratulations.
And so I'm looking at that, and I can see my friends now. Dude, you doing what?
Wow.
You want to go back and do what?
Yeah.
But it's that desire again for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The desire, you spent 40 years protecting us by serving in the military. And all these little sections of that 40-year, you just kept going back and doing more and doing different.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that you're going to go get your doctorate.
Yeah. This basically birthed out of COVID too. I did my first podcast on I called it Higher Learning.
Yeah.
I do it every Wednesday at noon. And what happened was when everything closed down, to include the church, I'm sitting going, okay, God, what now? I'm not preaching anywhere, I'm not teaching anywhere. What do I do now?
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was talking about podcasts, and I said, you know what? I can do that. I know training, yeah. But I shouldn't say no training. But a long time ago, in a place called Catonsville, Maryland, I went to Catonsville Community College.
Okay.
And I was a DJ on WCCN 560 on your radio dial.
I love it.
AM radio.
I love it.
It was great. Had a good time. Only thing about it, I spent more time in the studio than in school.
Yeah.
So I realized, okay, school was not for me.
Right,
So,
yeah.
Then I joined the Army. So.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
And it's funny how stuff comes back, right?
So comes
It
back.
comes back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
comes back.
Comes back. So now I'm doing this. I do it every Wednesday at noon. It's called Higher Learning. I've got about 1,800 followers right now.
Very nice.
Yeah, not bad.
That's
Not
excellent.
bad.
That's excellent.
Trying to get my 2,000.
I love it. I know. I know. We're scrambling all the time for likes and followers and shares and support.
Exactly.
Okay, so how can people come find you? Where can they go?
Actually, tdhm/llc.com.
Okay.
And what happens is everything's there.
Yeah.
You can schedule.
Nice.
You can get access to my podcast, get access to my books,
Okay.
and everything's right there. So it's a one-stop shop. You can go there, you can look at all the things I'm doing, click on, okay, he's got a podcast going, he got the books, okay, and you can schedule, and then the price is there too.
Awesome.
All of them right there.
Now, for people watching right now, where are they in their journey where it would be good to reach out to somebody like you to get kind of that help that they need?
Okay, good, very good question. If you're at a point whereas you had a great plan, and I'll use the client today, great plan, great ideas, but they just don't know how to take it any further. They're looking at it and say, okay, this makes sense, but it don't make sense. They're wrestling with their own selves.
Right.
They don't realize that there is the truth is there.
Yeah.
But you just gotta, first of all, believe in yourself. I'm a true believer that there's a sense of confidence that we should have. The Bible says that we have confidence one thing that He that began a good work in us will perform it till the coming of Christ, meaning that God is doing a great work in us. I also believe that there's a work that He has placed in it, and if you're not a believer, I believe there's a work in all of us.
Yeah.
So that's why I can talk to the believers and I can talk to the non-believers. Yeah. It's all the same as far as I'm concerned, because everybody's trying to get somewhere.
Right.
Everybody's got goals, but many times those goals have been interrupted because somebody said you can't do it.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me before. Oh, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And they believe it.
Yeah.
Even though they're qualified.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to a good friend of mine who we went to school together, of imposter syndrome. Somebody's telling them that they don't feel that they're qualified, even though all the qualifications are there.
Yeah.
They've gone to school, they have the experience, but for some reason, there's something in there.
Let that in.
They let that in.
Yeah.
It's like a little piece of darkness that comes in.
And they've let that seed grow.
And let that seed grow.
Yeah.
And because of that, then they're finding themselves all confused, upset, And I'm trying to get to them before they get depressed.
Yeah.
Because once they get depressed, I'll pass them on to a counselor or something like
Right.
that, or to a therapist. That's why I said before, I enjoy working with Dr. Rollins. Something happens, I can pass it on. But I try to catch folks before that happens.
Yeah.
Let me just talk to you.
Yeah.
Let's just have a conversation. Just have a conversation like we are right now. Just sit down and talk.
Yep.
And you'd be surprised. People start crying.
I bet.
Because somebody
It's listening.
is listening.
Is listening. To
It's
them.
listening.
Yeah.
Somebody is actually listening to me right now. Somebody actually cares.
Yeah.
Makes all the difference in the world.
It sure does.
It really does. And so it gives me a sense of joy.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
that's good.
yeah.
Well, we know you got a lot of great things coming. Can't wait to celebrate when you get your doctorate. We're going to be right there with you. I guarantee it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. We got Demarco Harris. You can find him. We'll make sure all the details are on the screen for you. If you're stuck in anything, any decisions, big decisions, small decisions, just in life, reach out. He can help for sure, get you over that hump.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It was a pleasure to meet you. Really
Truly
was.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We thank you guys for watching.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Pulling for Veterans is a nonprofit that educates the public on PTSD. You can rent one of the trailers starting at just $1 per hour. The trailer is filled with information about PTSD and how to help. Plus, each trailer honors a vet and acts as a rolling memorial. More details at pullingforveterans.org.
Oh, yes. Sunday, March 30th. We're going to talk more about it this week. They are heading to Easton for a celebration, and veterans are invited to attend with them. All right. Warehouse Cinemas, great way to get your message out to the community. You can get more information at warehousecinemas.com/advertising. You can see the Good Morning Frederick advertisement on the big screen there as well if you've been to the movies anytime recently. All right, now let's see another organization making our market, I'm going to say, tastier. This Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. You can travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. You get extensive networks, unmatched experience, and personalized service, which allows you to travel the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on that dream vacation. It doesn't have to be next week. It can even be farther out than that. All right. I got a chance to sit down with Abby Casarella about one of my favorite events all year long. Here she is. I am here with Abby Casarella. We are at 401 North Market Street, the home of everything Frederick. And she is a new member of the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce, but that's not why we're here today. We're talking about one of my favorite events, the Craft Beer Festival.
Maryland Craft Beer Festival.
It is one of the best events, I think, honestly. We look forward to it every year. It's grown and changed, and how many brewers actually attend this event?
So we hope every year to get about 70.
Yeah.
We're on track to do about 60 this year. So the more the merrier.
Yeah. I love is Maryland different than other states with the number of brewers and that we have?
Great question. I don't know the exact numbers per capita, but I do know we are a mecca, and especially on the East Coast, we are this great little mecca, and the talent that our brewers have is, I think we're the best in the country.
Too. Yeah, for sure. I mean, beer lovers, I know from all over come, especially because you get to try beers from every single one of them, if you can make it, and also listen to some great music, and there's always great food. And it is from where Alive at 5 happens, the amphitheater, all the way down to McCutcheon's.
True. Well, we start at Market.
Oh, yeah.
We start at Market, and
That's
then
right.
we head
all
the
way
to
down.
McCutcheon's, that parking lot, the Mark commuter parking lot.
Yeah. How long has this event been going on?
Brewers Association itself has been around for 25 years. We're actually celebrating our 25th year this year.
Oh, exciting.
So very exciting. The event has been happening in different iterations for, I believe, 14 years.
Okay.
Switched some locations, but it's, oh man, I'm trying to remember when we moved it to Carroll Creek because we were at the Key Stadium for a minute.
Right, I remember that in the parking lot.
Yep, way back when. So I don't know the exact how many years we've been at, but for my tenure, at least 7 years, we've been doing it at the Carroll Creek Linear Park.
What do you think? How do you think it impacts the brewers? Because I know even last year there are brewers who are able to set up even if they're not yet open.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they can test market their product and get kind of that market review right away.
Absolutely. I think that the one thing about this event and being one of the largest, well, the largest collection of Maryland manufacturers is just that. You have, we call them in-plannings, and if they have some liquid that they want to share, they can come, set up a tent, and showcase what their brewery will be all about. But then we also have the seasoned veterans, like our oldest breweries, one of them here, Brewers Alley.
They're one of the oldest?
They are indeed.
I did not know that. That's
absolutely. Cool. And so having those veterans here, and I think one of the things I love so much about it, whether you're new, whether you're old, all the breweries are mixed in, and we all love collaborations when breweries get together. And I would like to think that so many collaborations are born behind the booths at these kind of festivals.
I 100% agree. First of all, even here in Frederick, I love the collabs between the brewers and the distillers and all of that, but it seems to be a very cohesive group, but you can always see the guys in the tents or gals chatting with one another, next door neighbors, and kind of getting the don't want to make the same mistakes, give me some advice sort of things.
Absolutely.
All right, so tickets are now on sale for this event. It's on May 3rd?
May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th.
May 10th, and you can buy a VIP ticket, which gets you in an hour earlier?
So we did one new thing this year. We had our super VIP. Not everybody is VIP at this event, but the super VIP was very limited, and those have already sold out. But we have some VIP lounges for them and some extra little giveaways, some fun merch that we're going to hand out to those. So those tickets are sold out, but then we also do have our VIP or our enthusiast tickets that allow you have a little bit nicer of a glass, and you get to come in a little earlier than general admission to get the first crack at some of these breweries. What
I have to say about this event too, though a lot of people do attend, you always have plenty of room to move around. There's never that I've found a really long line anywhere. It's just really spread out and a really, really great event to run into a lot of good friends around the way and see a lot of breweries that you really love and find some new ones maybe for sure.
We try really hard to anticipate the needs of our attendees, whether that's getting them in the gate, having enough facilities for them to use, having enough brewers, having enough vendors, having enough food trucks where we can accommodate everybody. We really do try very, very hard. Of course, there's always some hiccups, but we have constantly working on how to make the experience better for our attendees and for our brewers. We want everybody to have a great time.
If there was one thing you'd want our viewers to know about this event, what would it be?
If you love beer, this is the event for you. Come on out and have a party with us.
My suggestion, pro tip, there's two. Number one, don't drive down here. SOS Safe Ride or of course Uber is going to get you to where you need to be safely. And number two, pretzel necklace. Help keep those carbs going throughout the day.
And a nice breakfast.
And a nice big breakfast.
Big breakfast.
A lot of carb up before you come. All right, want to thank Abby, and I can't wait for this year's event. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Oh, I love that event. We have a great time. Neighbors and I look forward to that every year. I'll be out there. Hopefully you will too. We've been out there also when the weather's not great, but it was a lot of fun anyway. So make sure you get your tickets for that. All right. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. That is it for our show today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share it with other people and let them know that we're here, because the more people that know, the more we can help these nonprofits and small businesses and event planners have successful events and to keep coming back to Frederick. That's what we love. All right. Have a great day. Let's get out there and let's be great.